Okay. So can you confirm my display is visible or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the second project, that is your create a VPC pairing between two VPCs and migrate the data between two databases. So instead of migrating the data, we are going to check ping function whether they are able to ping or not. Okay. So to do that, we have to create VPC, right? That is virtual private cloud. So I'll search for VPC, isolated cloud resources. So basically, it's an environment, it's a cloud environment that allows us to create machines or virtual machines inside that particular environment, VPC, so that we have more control over our resources. Like we get our default IP address, or we can assign a unique IP address to a machine and to a different machine, then make communication between those. That is the VPC. So basically, it allows us to create a virtual environment, virtual cloud environment on your AWS console, AWS account. So first I go to VPC, then your VPCs, and then create VPC. Select, I'll give my VPC one. This is IP address 192.168.0.0 and slash 16. So this is the IP address that I want. The machine's IP address will start from 192.168.0.0, 168 still, and then 16. This is the CIDR. This CIDR is basically the slicing of the IP addresses. If I search for CIDR, it's a classless interdomain routing, is an IP address allocation method that improves the data routing efficiency on the internet. Every machine, server, on end user device that connected to internet has a unique number called an IP address or associated with it. So basically, this CIDR will divide this IP address in further, like 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 till 0.255, then 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. Just like that, it is going to divide their IP addresses and then just create a VPC. Okay, so my VPC one has been created, and we need to create two VPCs. So we'll create one more, my VPC 02. I now this time I'll use 10.10.0.0 slash 16. This is my CIDR. Then create a VPC. So two VPCs are created, 0, 01 and 02. Okay, two VPCs are created. Now we have to create their subnets. Okay, so I'll go to the subnets section, create a subnet, select VPCs that you want to create. I'll go with one. They are saying this is the CIDR. I'll copy this, paste it here, slash 24. So 16 have 16,000 something of IP addresses, but 24 have around 4,500 and all. That I'll give my VPC subnet 1. I don't want to use 1C, so I'll go with 1A only in a same subnet availability zone, and then create a subnet. So subnet for VPC 1 is created. Subnet for VPC 1 is created. Now I'll create subnet for VPC 2. VPC 2, my subnet VPC subnet 2. I want 1A. ICIDR is 10.10, so 10.10.0.0 slash 6. I'll go with 24 and then create subnet. So subnets for second VPC is created. As you can see, available IP addresses are 251 IP addresses available inside that subnet. Okay, so two subnets, VPC1 and VPC2 are created. These three are default subnets, and these two we created right now. Now let's create the internet gateway. Like we created a virtual platform, virtual cloud, but this cloud is not able to communicate through internet. So we cannot do anything. Once we create any machine, we cannot do anything. So to make sure they are able to communicate through internet, we require internet gateways. So I'll go to first internet gateways. This is the default internet gateway. I'll create a new um, my my internet gateway VPC01, create, and then attach to a VPC. Once you create a VPC internet gateway, its state is detached. We have to attach. So I'll click here, attach to a VPC1 and attach. So its state is attached to this VPC. Now go again and we will create new for VPC2. My internet gateway VPC02, create and then attach. Now two VPC internet gateways are done and they are attached to their VPCs like VPC2 and VPC1. Now we created a VPC, we created a subnet, we created internet gateway, but they still don't work because the basic routing that is we have to do, it's through the route table. So if you create anything and you haven't created any route table to do that, or you have not entered or mentioned those settings in your route table, then your VPC is not able to communicate either anything or any on the website. So I'll go to the first, then go to subnet associate, then edit subnet associate, select first, then save. Now go to second, subnet associate, edit subnet, select, save. So now this route table will allow us to create machines in my first one and two VPCs. Because we added subnet association, it means using this subnet starts from this, we can create any machines. Now we have to allow machines to communicate to internet through internet gateway. To do that, I'll go to routes, then edit routes, add route. I want from anywhere 0.0 anywhere, and communication through internet gateway. It detects the gateway VPC2 and then save. Okay, I'll do same to the other one, routes, edit routes, add route from anywhere. It's from internet gateway VPC1 and save changes. Now my both VPCs are now able to create machines through this subnet association, as well as it's going, and we are going to connect to that machine through internet through SSH because of this internet gateway. Now the project is we need to create a VPC pairing between two VPCs. Like we need to make sure these two VPCs are able to communicate with each other. They are able to communicate through internet using their public IP address, but we want them to communicate through private IP address with each other. To do that, there is a service called peering connection inside your VPC. I'll go to there. I'll create a new peering connection. I'll name as my peering VPC01 to VPC002. So I'll select the first VPC, that is I want to communicate through one in this account, in my account as well, and in this region as well, and make communication to two. It detects CIDR and all associated is completed. Now create a peering connection. So peering connection is accepted. Now the first VPC is sending request to the second one, and now we have to accept that request. So I'll click on actions and then accept request and accept. So I am now able to communicate through VPC 1 to VPC 2. This is the requester who is going to send the request, and this is the responder who is going to accept the request, and vice versa. So same thing, if we don't add it to internet gateway route tables, then they are no use for us. So I'll modify my route tables now. Go to first route table, go to routes, edit routes. So this is for 10.10, and we require communication through 192.168.0.0 slash 16. We want this communication through internet pairing connection. I'll select pairing connection. It detects my pairing connection and then save. I'll do the same thing to other also as well. Routes, edit, add 10.10.0.0 slash 16 connection through pairing connection, detects, attach, and then save. Both everything is attached now. Both VPCs are created. Both VPCs are able to create machines through subnet association. Both VPC can able to communicate through internet to this internet gateway because we added in route table, and both VPC are now able to communicate with each other directly without any internet gateway required using our pairing connection that is attached to our route tables on both of the VPCs. Okay, so now let's just create machines for that EC2, then launch instance. I'll click on launch instance. Okay, so this is machine for VPC01. Okay, Amazon Linux, I'll go with the basics one. T2 macro. I have to create a new key pair, that is VPC01. Create. Now under network setting, I'll edit, select VPC1, then select the subnet. It's automatically detects. I want automatically assign the IP address, enable. Then we have to create a security group. Now security group, it detects I'm going to create Amazon Linux, and it detects and automatically attach the SSH with port number 22. So if we are going to ping, the ping port number is different. So I'll search for Amazon Linux ping port number, cannot ping. We required an ICMP protocol. Okay, so ICMP, type custom ICMP inbound role protocol echo request port NA. So I'll add a security group, then all ICMP, I'll select all ICMP, all, and then source anywhere, and then launch instance. So VPC1 instance has been launched, and now we'll create under VPC2 machine VPC02. VPC2 Amazon Linux. I have created one file VPC01. I'll create again VPC02. Create, change my VPC for 02. Subnet automatically detects. Now assign IP address. Same thing, launch wizard 3. SSH automatically detects. Now add rule, and I'll add custom ICMP, all ICMP, all, and then anywhere, and then launch instance. Okay, now my two instances are now running, VPC1 and VPC2. We'll wait till the second instance is running. Okay, the both of the instances are running. Now let's connect to my instances. Connect, copy, then I'll go to CMD, CD, downloads, 10, paste, enter, type yes. Okay, now I'm connected to the first one. Again CD downloads, and now I'll connect to the second one. Connect to second one. Yes. So 10.10 and 192.168. Now I am connected both of the machine through my internet gateway and using an SSH, a secure shell. Let's try to ping google.com, ping www.google.com. So I am getting my response. That means our internet gateway is working fine, and we are receiving the sending the request to Google through internet gateway, and we are getting the response. I'll check on the second also, ping www.google.com, and I am able to receive the response. Okay, so now let's check if we are able to ping the public IP addresses. So VPC1, its public IP address is this. I'll copy and ping it through my second VPC. Like you can see, private IP address for this is 192.168, but we are going to ping under 10.10. So ping and paste the IP address. Yeah, so I am getting the response. Control C. Same thing to the other. Copy and then ping public. So we are able to communicate using public IP address using our internet gateway. But either is we are able to communicate it's private. Let's see that. So 10.10, this is the private for VPC2. I am going to communicate through 192.168, that is VPC1. So ping and VPC link and enter. So I am getting my response. This is because the pairing connection that we have created. We'll check the other one also. Copy. I am going to ping under 10.10. Ping, paste, enter, and I am able to receive the response. Okay, so this is your second project, how you can create a VPCs, create route tables, add entries to your route tables, and then create a pairing connection between two VPCs so that you could able to make communication to them. So far, have you faced any issues?